Hi everyone, I'm Stan from Ellie.AI, and today I'm excited to bring you Ellie 6.5. 6.5 brings new collaboration features to our customers, allowing you to easily work on existing models, to brainstorm on new models, and to update things without breaking the single source of truth, your general collections and your glossary. Let's start with one of my favorite new features, the Whiteboard. Whiteboard works kind of like a collaboration board, where you can draw your business processes, define flowcharts, and kind of add context around your models before you start your modeling exercise. I'm going to open one of the models in our sales and marketing for our imaginary company Acme. And Acme, let's assume, specializes in having as an online website where companies and people can put listings of properties for sale, like houses, apartments, etc. So here I have our business process of the user journey of an Acme customer. If I go through, we can see there's a lot of different steps, from viewing the property details to contacting the seller and agent, property viewing, and property evaluation. People can also add comments. So if I press here, as I'm going through the model, I see that Sam, one of my colleagues, added that, are there any more relevant steps into the property evaluation process? And let me see, what do we have here, right? We have the compare properties and calculate mortgage. I feel like there's a lot of things missing. So I can easily, in this canvas, add changes and other people will see them instantly. So for example, I know that our customers would probably care about the neighborhood review. I also know that our customers probably will want to check building history. And related to that, probably also the transaction history around different apartments, if it's an apartment. And of course, they'll probably want to see previous repair and maintenance history. So now I've added these important parts in the customer's journey when evaluating a property. I'm going to draw lines to clearly explain where these parts of the process happen. And then, of course, I'm going to let Sam know that the changes have been made. So I'm going to open the comment and I'm going to write, hey Sam, I added additional context around this part of the process. A whiteboard like this allows me to easily explain how things work in a business around data or overall around how the company works before I start modeling. And the more of this context you store in Ellie, the more documentation you have for your data team to accurately build your data structures. Another thing we're bringing to Ellie 6.5 is a personal collection workflow. This allows you to make changes on top of existing models or entities in the glossary without actually changing them in the general space. Here's how it works in practice. So I'm going to open a model. I'm going to open the customer and management model in our sales and marketing collection. And if I want to make changes without showing them to everybody yet, I can always press the triple dot button, press copy a model to my personal collection. I'm going to override the entities. I can copy the model. I'm going to override it because I already have one in my personal collection. And I can make any changes I want. I can add entities, so I can create new entities, or I can use the ones from the organization glossary. I can make any changes I want, like moving the model just like as you would usually do, or changing the glossary items. And then when I'm done, I can always press the publish button and it will update the existing model from where I copied. So because I was making changes to the customer and management model in the sales and marketing, the system will tell me, hey, this is the original model. So when you press publish, I can actually change that model that exists in your general space. And if I press the publish button, there'll be a prompt because this model already exists, just like a sanity check to make sure that you don't overwrite something you didn't mean to. But I'm going to override it. I'm going to override the original model, override the entities. And now the model in my sales and marketing collection has been updated. But we also wanted to let more people to contribute to your modeling exercises in Ellie. So we're adding a new type of the user called the contributor. The contributor user can only make changes in their personal space. And if they want to suggest a change for a certain glossary item or a model, they can press the copy and edit button and make changes in their personal space, suggest them for approval to one of the write or admin users, and then if that person agrees, they can then publish. Same as I just published, copied a model to my personal collection as an admin and then press the publish button. So here's how it works. So I'm gonna go to a contributor user, and here are the collections we have. So I'm gonna open the sales and marketing collection. I'm gonna open the customer and management model. I can see it's approved already. And as a contributor user, I cannot really make any changes. I can just browse and view things. But if I want to suggest some changes, all I have to do is press the copy and edit button. And the copy and edit button will create a copy of this model in my personal collection. So here, if I look at this model, let's imagine I'm a domain expert who knows how things actually work. I can see that location misses an address. I clearly know that we should have an address entity here. I'm going to bring an entity from a general glossary to this model. And I'm also going to check some of the entities. So let me check the customer entity. And what I can see here is the description is wrong. We don't work for house, we work for Acme. And we also don't just sell to people, but we also sell to companies. So I'm going to write that is a person or a company. And I can update this glossary item. As a contributor then, I can easily share this model or this glossary item to an admin, and that person can then verify the changes and publish them. So I'm going to copy this link, and let's imagine I sent it to an admin. I'm going to log into an admin account, and I'm going to open this glossary item. I can see that the change has been done in the glossary description. I think it makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press the publish button. I can see that the original entity is customer in the organization glossary, and I'm going to publish it. Again, the system does a sanity check. It says this entity already exists. Are you sure you want to override all the metadata in it? I know this is the correct change, so I'm going to approve this change, and I'm going to override the entity. And I'm also going to put it as an approved entity. And then I remember that also the contributor sent me the model itself. So let me just copy the model link. So I'm going to open the model link itself. I can see that the change added here is this address entity. The address entity makes sense. There hasn't been any changes inside the entity itself. That is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now press the publish button. Again, it keeps the original location of the model and its name. So when I press the publish button, it will automatically update the model. Again, it sees that this model already exists. Another sanity check. I'm going to override the original model, press the button, and now my model in the general space has been updated, and everybody can see this change. These new features like the whiteboard, the contributor user type, and a personal collection workflow enable more people to contribute to your data modeling discussions, provide additional semantic context of how things work in your organization, and overall contribute to the data journey of the company. As a part of our 6.5 release, we're also opening the API to our physical modeling, and you can learn more about it in our documentation. We hope these new features let you do more with Ellie, and we cannot wait to hear more from you about them. Until next time, I'm Stan from Ellie.ai. Thank you for your time.